So we are right here live on today's show, still on the very crucial topic, whose sexual purity help. Oga Silas, anything for the guys?
I know say this subject matter, na wetin this Gen Z generation want here. And me, I just dey clean my ear because I wan hear the truth, and of course, I know you wan hear the truth.
Sure. Okay. Of course, everyone wants to know the truth, and I'll be introducing our speaker shortly. But before that, we're gonna have some break.
So chill, go grab a cup of coffee. We will be right back.
This podcast will be showing every Friday in the month of September. Do well to subscribe. On YouTube, Everright Creative.
Welcome back again. So now we'll be introducing our speaker for today's show. Hello, sir. Can we meet you?
Hello, my name is Onyekachi Kingsley, and I'm glad to be in this show with you today. Thank you.
Alright, Silas. Let's hear the headlines.
Alright, we have about 4 subjects to discuss, but let's start with the first headline.
Is masturbation a sin? Whoa.
Okay, so I think I will answer that question. Is masturbation a sin? I will answer that question by attempting to unravel the reasons or the excuses people give as to why they feel or believe that masturbation is not a sin, and I also make an attempt to disprove them from the scripture. Okay, so for some persons, they get to say that masturbation is not a sin because just one party is involved,
Interesting.
and they don't get to meet with the guy or the lady. It's something they do within themselves or with themselves. But remember that Jesus, when he walked this world, said in Matthew 5 verse 28 that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her has committed adultery with her already.
Exactly.
And the Bible says, just like I said, in his heart. So meaning that this man has committed adultery in his heart without even meeting with the woman he looked at. I don't know if you get that now.
Yes,
Yeah.
So the question here would be, what is the nature of the heart of the person who masturbates? What is the nature of the heart of the person who masturbates? So let's look at that scripture I quoted again, Matthew 5 verse 28. Jesus Christ said that whosoever looketh at a woman to lust after her. So the point there is that the person not just only looking after or looking at the woman, but has also lusted after her in his heart. Jesus Christ said that such a person has committed adultery already with the woman in his heart. So that means that just by lusting after what the man saw, he already has coveted or had the woman in his heart. So, and you remember how John the Beloved summarized sin in 1 John 2 verse 16. He says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, and he said, it's not of the Father, but it's of the world. So this is the totality of the components of sin. Of course, you also remember what James says, let no man say when he's tempted that he's tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. So when lust has conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. So you come to discover that the man in Matthew 5 that Jesus Christ described did not commit the act physically, but in his heart, having looked at the woman, lusted after him in the heart. So most people get to say masturbation is not a sin because I didn't get to meet with any woman, I did it with myself and in myself. I want us to get the point at which that man already committed adultery. It was at the point of lusting after that woman he has seen in his heart, in the privacy of his heart.
Yeah, I hope our listeners are really paying attention because this is a very crucial topic and I am so blessed, honestly.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of value.
So he doesn't need to go commit adultery or fornication with the woman physically. So the persons that say masturbation is something I do myself, I help myself, they are actually committing sin, and their sin is not that they did anything physically per se. Their sin is that in their hearts already they have not glorified God with their thoughts. They have lusted after a woman in their heart. You can remember this component of the sin of Lucifer. The Bible says, "For thou hast said in your heart." So Lucifer fell or sinned against God not by what he did, not by the things his hand has accomplished, but in his thoughts. The Bible says, "For thou hast said in your heart."
Alright, thank you very much, sir. I think we've come to the end of today's show. Is masturbation a sin?
Honestly, this is something very amazing. The way he just, explained everything using scriptures to create
Yeah, that was top notch.
understanding, to make it so clear. I'm not sure anybody should have any reason to doubt this. This is actually what this generation needs.
Thank you so much, sir, for that. We really appreciate. So this is Onyekachi Kinsley. Please do well to follow him on Facebook and get inspired by his daily posts. Alright, we have come to the end of today's show. I am Evangel Okobasi, your host for today's show, and my co-host is
Silas. Bye bye. See you next Friday.